You're eating my makeup? Hmm? Hey my loves, welcome back to our channel. My name is Jen and this is our beautiful baby Ella. Say hi. Hi. And we are now back here in Australia. It's been a very tough days for us since the last 3 weeks or 4 weeks ago because I was very sick in the Philippines. I was infected by Papa's cough. Because I have an abnormal lungs, my cough became severe and I suffered my worst sickness in the Philippines. I had to cancel all my trips outside Cebu and I have to ring the ambulance at 1 a.m. to take me to the emergency department at the hospital because I really want to see a doctor that hour. Surprisingly, the emergency department has no patient except a woman with 2 kids and a husband who just died after 2 hours after admitting the emergency department in the hospital. Rumor said from a husband that his wife was still in good condition and was unlikely to die quickly, but after 2 hours, the woman died. I tell you, there was something going on in the Philippine hospitals. I cannot tell you what exactly it is, but based on my personal experience, I must say that you should be careful when going to the hospitals, especially in the emergency department. We went to emergency department because I want to see the doctor at that time, but they want to inject something on my stomach and on my veins as soon as we arrived at the emergency department. I questioned them why they want to inject something on my stomach and on my veins. They never did some test on my body yet, and besides, I have no pain at all in my stomach and anywhere in my body. I refused the injections and signed the waiver not to take all the injections inside the emergency department. I only did my x-ray, but guess what? The doctor didn't even bother to look at my x-ray when she prescribed my medication. It made sense to me about what the cab driver told me the first day I arrived at Mactan Cebu International Airport going to my quarantine hotel. He told me that people died quickly in the hospitals, and if they declare that the patients died due to COVID, they can get money from the government, and the families need not to pay hospital bills at all. That is something so scary, right? So what are the requirements to go back to Australia from the Philippines? Actually, there is no requirement at all. There is no PCR test and there is no swab test, and most importantly, there is no quarantine when you arrived here in Australia. The day I had my flight back to Australia last 20th October 2022, I just went straight to Cathay Pacific counter to get my boarding pass. I forgot to mention that I rebooked my ticket because Ella was gone for almost 4 days already and we couldn't find her. If you are a Philippine passport holder, you need to sign a form and I guess you have to pay the terminal fee. But because I am already an Australian citizen and hold Australian passport, I don't need to fill out anything. Just head straight to your Cathay Pacific counter and get your boarding pass. Of course, I am always in the window seat because I always check in early and always request a window seat all the time. This was our meal in the plane from Mactan, Cebu to Hong Kong. My flight from Hong Kong to Melbourne was on time and we had this dinner and breakfast on the plane before we landed in Melbourne. I had to book a separate flight from Melbourne to Adelaide because when I rebooked my ticket, they cannot find any connecting flight through Cathay Pacific. That's the negative side of booking a cheaper flight with Cathay Pacific because they do not have a flight back to Adelaide nowadays. My airfare ticket from Melbourne to Adelaide was 319 Australian dollars, added to my rebooking fare difference of 808 Australian dollars from Cebu to Melbourne. That's the total cost of my one-way flight back to Australia immediately. On top of that, I spent too much money for this vacation, even though I only did simple things to enjoy in the Philippines. I never anticipated that Philippines is very expensive nowadays. Somehow our trip in the Philippines taught us a bunch of lessons that are very much useful in the future decisions if our future doesn't end too soon. Life is too short and in one blink it could be gone. So we have to live our lives today in a good and loving way. We thank you so much for always watching our channel. You take care, and we're sending all our love to you. We'll see you on our next video. Bye, and we love you every second. Hi. Hi, friends. Hi, friend. They said I love you, Emma. What do you want to say to them? They said I love you, Emma. Hi, I love you.
In the cabin you will meet Ashley, Chris, Joe, and once again my name is Shady. Welcome to Adelaide. Vision Australia is proud to acknowledge the traditional custodian of the land on which we walk, work, live and fly, and pay our respects to elders past, present and future. The time here is 4:30. I will be getting into the gate ahead of schedule. For everyone's safety, please keep your seatbelt fastened and the iron exit clear.